What is the rat race? The rat race is you make more money and then you spend more money. Meaning you get a promotion and you make a little bit more money, so you upgrade your vehicle. You find a way to make more money, so you upgrade your house. You buy a bigger house. So the rat race is this cycle of you move up the ladder in your career, and at the same time you move up your expenses, and it's just a cycle. You never get ahead. You never get ahead in the rat race, not because you are not moving up in your career. It's because you're not being conscious of your expenses and you're not balancing your budget so that you have a surplus. And the simple life simply means living with a simplistic amount or a little amount of materialistic things and maximizing experience. Good to see you, Vet. Love to you and appreciation to you. But the simple life itself, if not defined, and if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, can be just as much the rat race. Meaning, I broke down how the rat race is pretty much you don't get ahead. You get a promotion and then you upgrade your vehicle and you upgrade your house. And so you don't get ahead because your expenses are matching your income. The simple life is you're simplifying your expenses, you're simplifying your housing, simplifying your car, simplifying the way you live. But if you just stop working, if you don't continue to advance your career, you're not getting ahead. All you're doing is now you're in the simple life rat race. Because the whole purpose to get ahead is that you're increasing your income and you're decreasing your expenses. And then that's how you win the race. That's how you get further ahead. The rat race is a cycle of your expenses are matching your income, or you have no income and you're trying to cut your expenses down to no income. But you can never do that because your expenses will always exist. You can pay off all your college loans. You can pay off all your debt. You can have no mortgage, but you're always going to have car insurance, health insurance, gas, food, entertainment, always going to have some expenses. So the simple life is not necessarily better than the quote unquote rat race if you don't pay attention. Because the rat race is you never get ahead. The simple life is you cut your expenses. But keep going forward with your income. Okay. Your income and your health. Your income and your health are the drivers to get you ahead in life. They're your ultimate resources to get you ahead in life. Without your income and without your health, you're somewhat caught in the rat race of life. You can never get ahead. You're stuck. Good to see you, Antonio. Good to have you back, brother. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Long Island. And what I can tell you is this, I'm feeling good tonight. Click that thumbs up button, share the video. Pay attention, guys. You want to get ahead? Okay, you want to get beneath the dookie stains of life? You have to pay attention. Karen, I love you, Karen. I know I could be rough at times. And I say, I hope whatever I'm saying is not upsetting Karen. Because I know you watch, and I know you don't like to comment. But always know, Karen, that I have love, respect, and appreciation for you. I will never forget all the help, all the love and the compassion you showed me. I think you're a beautiful, wise woman, and anyone is blessed to have you in their life. And Karen, put your earmuffs on because I'm going to curse. If someone doesn't appreciate you, Karen, I don't care if they're an old person from your HOA or if there's some asshole that you met at the bar. If they don't appreciate you, Karen, you cut them off. Because you're a beautiful person, and I forgive me for cursing, but you don't have to take anyone's shit. Okay, you worked your whole life. Okay, you raised kids, you did the best you could. Were you perfect? None of us are perfect, guys. But guess what? You got a loving heart, and you're doing the best you can. And if someone can't appreciate you, cut them out. Cut them out. I know it's hard when we get older because we're closer to the Lord and we want to have peace. But all I can tell you is some people don't value peace. So just keep moving forward, keep taking your pictures, move as much as you can, even if it's to go in your beautiful backyard. Shout out to Karen. Shout out to Melbourne, Florida. I miss Florida, guys. I'll be back soon. By November, first week of November, I'll be back in Florida. Now, you can meet some beautiful people on social media, guys. Karen's a great example. In the beginning days, this is probably like 5-7 years ago, I was searching the simple life. My first step, good to see you, Coach Jack. The first step of my simple life was I wanted to live a smaller size life so that I can live in the environments that inspire me. And the environment that mainly inspired me and still does was Florida. But like everything, you have to research it. You have to plan. You don't just jump in your car and go. You don't just buy a tiny house. I was on the phone with a friend tonight. I have a couple friends I still keep in touch with. And he said, Sam, you live an interesting life. In the past 2.5 years, living on the road like this, do you have any regrets? And I told him, look, I certainly have had some negative experiences. Nothing's perfect. I said, but overall, I have no regrets because I did things in order. God's grace along the way, okay? But I did things in order. And when you do things in order, you plan, you research, you liquidate and consolidate first, and then you start on building from there. I told him, look, I kept my job. I kept building my career. I didn't just try to go down to Florida without a plan. And I told him I really don't have any regrets. I really don't. I don't have anything that I would do differently. I really thought about that, and I'll think about it continually because we can always think about what can we do better. But I really don't have anything in my mind that say, what can I do better? Because for 2 years, I was just researching on where I wanted to live and what type of life I wanted to live. And so Florida came on my radar. And I met Karen through Facebook because I was looking at a community in Florida. I was going to buy a smaller size house. Okay. So I had a certain size condominium in central northern New Jersey. I was thinking about buying a property in Florida. I looked at a certain area in Florida I liked, and Karen lives in that area. So I was looking at a couple different communities. So I said, well, housing prices up northern Jersey compared to Florida are, Florida on average has cheaper housing. It also has cheaper, lower salaries. But either way, so I was like, well, if I sell my house here and I'm able to maintain a similar salary, I'll buy a house down there. But I didn't have the salary part figured out yet. Didn't have the job part figured out. So, but Karen helped me. She helped me she took pictures for me of a community. She gave me some feedback. She was an ear to listen to. You're going to meet a lot of nasty people in life, guys. I'm never going to lie to you about that. But never get too cynical. Because amongst all the dookie stains is a G-string, okay? Amongst all the nastiness are a couple of kind-hearted people. Not perfect people. I'm not perfect. But it's some people that are like-minded, that are doing the best they can, and that are going to help you along the way. And they don't ask for anything back. They just, they're just doing them. And Karen's one of those people. She just shared her experience. She moved from Ohio to Florida. And she shared her experiences. She shared about the community. And she shared the good and bad. There's bad parts about what she shared, but she was always honest and loving. But research is part of simple life. Okay. Because when I found out that, buying a smaller condo doesn't give me the flexibility I need. So it gave me, buying a smaller house or moving into a smaller apartment will give you lower expenses. And that'll push you towards the simple life. Okay. But again, you still need an income. So you can be in the rat race at the simple life if you don't have an income, or if you have poverty level income and you have housing, even cheap housing. So the goal is to get ahead, not to live cheap. Never forget it. So the problem with a smaller condo or small apartment is you're locked into a place. And especially if you don't have your job situated, which I didn't at the time, where you could either work remotely or whatever, you have to be very careful not to anchor yourself down. John Sells, I love you. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate it. Shout out to Boston. Shout out to my guy, Luke. Another positive guy. Positive people in here tonight, guys. Friday, payday. Make it rain on yourself tonight, guys. Why? Because you got to enjoy the good days of life, because you get enough bad ones. So just do whatever makes you happy. Okay? And if I curse too much, just put your earmuffs on. It'll be okay. But it's more than just... But it's more than cutting expenses. Flexibility is the asset I was looking for without knowing about it. I don't like commitment. I don't like to be tied down. So when you have financial freedom, you have a level of resource. But if you're tied down to a place, even if you have more financial freedom, you can't get away from this place because you're obligated to a house, to an apartment, whatever. So I started looking at tiny homes. I said, well, that's even maybe more freedom, okay, towards the simple life than a condo with an HOA or a smaller apartment. I really didn't want an apartment. I wanted to own something at that time. But when I looked at tiny homes, the problem with them is you have to buy unrestricted land in usually the middle of nowhere. You're not going to be by the beach. I couldn't be by, certain areas of Florida I like. I'd have to go all the way inland by like Okeechobee and things like that, which aren't bad, but I want to be by Starbucks. I want to be by the beach. I want to be by infrastructure. MILFs. There ain't no MILFs in the middle of nowhere, and if they are, guys, not the type you want to meet. I hate to say that. It's true. It's true. But come on, girls. You girls have an idea too. Karen, everyone, you guys got an idea if you're going to meet some tall guy that's going to fix your house. Now, I'm not that guy. I'm a wide guy, and I don't want to work on a house. But there's nothing wrong with hope. Okay, and then there's nothing wrong. Whatever gets you excited in life. If love gets you excited, I want you to be in love. I want to be single. But I respect everyone's different vision for their life. But the tiny house, you got to buy land in the middle of nowhere. And again, you're locked in. You have no flexibility. You may have lower expenses, but you're not flexible. You can't just, if a hurricane comes, you can get up and leave that tiny house, but that tiny house is still there. Property tax is still there. Utilities still there. You want to change your mind? You want to move back to Ohio? You want to visit a family member? You think about your home. As you get older, though, a home and stability has value. And again, guys, I'm middle-aged. I'm in health. The simple life, there's two key components. Your financial resources and your health. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that tomorrow in the video. But you got to have both, guys. So I say I'm young enough. I want a level of freedom. Party emojis. My guy, Luke, good to see him. I'm going to read all these comments, guys. Keep them coming in. I feel good tonight. So then I say, let's look at the RV life. Okay. Because the RV life gives you two things, guys. It gives you the lower expenses, possibly. I'll come back to that. But it gives you the max, or gives you a high level of flexibility. A RV has a higher level of flexibility than a tiny house. It's a tiny house on wheels. And so, as a single person that doesn't like to entertain, I don't like to have company over. I have no one over. This live feed is the most people I deal with all day. I don't need more square footage. More square footage, whether it's a tiny house or a condo, is not a benefit to me. It's a liability. More square footage is not an asset. It's a liability. More square footage, more property tax, more stuff. You got to put stuff. You got to buy furniture, more heating and cooling. Why do I need more stuff? I don't need that. I don't even like to clean, guys. So I also want to be mobile. I want to be free. So the RV was like the key thing, but I couldn't figure out. The problem with the RV is they can be just as expensive as a house, or you have to tow something. So I said, this isn't simple. I have to tow something, and the expense for the RV and where you're going to park it is a big burden. It's not the simple life. That's back in the rat race. The rat race is you're never going to get ahead because your expenses are keeping up with your income. And your liabilities are keeping up with your freedom. Because it's not just your money, it's your freedom. Simple life is being free, being in control. And so at that time, I didn't know the 1,000 Trails camping pass. I'll tell you, that's a life changer, guys. And if any of you, whether tent camping or RV living, I'll tell you, you don't need a home base if you get the 1,000 Trails pass, if you can travel, if you're not locked into one area of the country. 1,000, and there's a lot of them in Florida, and that's why I looked. I'll be down there this winter, going from 1,000 Trails Park to 1,000 Trails. I can't wait. $600 a year. You got a home base. So the problem with an RV, it's a lot of components, a lot of maintenance, a lot of cost. You got to park it somewhere. The camping pass, the 1,000 Trails pass, will solve the parking. As I get older, I'm probably going to eventually go into an RV, but not yet. So I said I could check off the freedom, but I don't have the maximum simplicity because I got too many components in an RV. And I don't have the gas efficiency that I like. So the car living and the tent camping now is kind of what it evolved to. Because I have maximum control. At my age, I look at my age. If I was a different age, I would look at it differently. Okay, if I wanted kids, I would look at it differently. If I wanted pets, I would look at it differently. Look at everything you want to do through your lens. You can take a piece of what I'm sharing, but it's your life. Okay, your fingerprint. You put your own thing on it. Zachary says $600 per year, unlimited parking, unlimited camping, but you have to leave the system every 14 days unless you're going to buy a membership. The camping pass is the entry level. Okay, you can go you can go from Thousand Trails campground to Thousand Trails campground if you stay no more than 4 days, unlimited. If you're going to stay more than 4 days consecutive, then you can stay up to 14 days, then you have to leave the system for 7 and then come back. No matter how you slice it, you can't beat it. It's a great deal. Low risk, high reward. You have to look at the Thousand Trails website, and you have to look at the areas they have campgrounds and where you want to live and where you want to travel. But if they match up, and Florida's got a lot, not too much in South Florida, but they got enough to keep you going. It's a good deal. Shout out to Missouri, Big Easy. I like that name, man, Big Easy. Lila, good to see you, my man Tom. Tomasco, we're going to get, woohoo, what's up, brother? I'm rambling about the simple life, guy. I want to get to all live comments. But I want to share with you. Josh says, tiny house and RV, not enough downsizing for me. Well, welcome to car living and van living. That's what I do. You can't get any more simpler than this unless you backpack. But I don't want to backpack. I don't want to hitchhike. Some psychopath will come pick you up. Believe me, out here in the streets, you're going to see some psychopaths, even in desolate areas. But you're going to live a primitive life. The simple life is also a primitive life, guys. You can't have full amenities, okay? So if you're not going to have an RV, if RV, you got full amenities of a house. And with the Thousand Trails campground, you could full utility hookups. But if that's not simple enough for you, welcome to the simple life where you piss in a bottle, okay? You shower at Planet Fitness, and you have no heating in the summer and no cooling in the winter, no cooling in the summer and no heating in the winter. That's the primitive life. If that's the simple you're talking about, then this is what you got. And I like it for now. Young and middle age, I can handle it. And if you could travel with the weather a little bit, if you got that freedom with your job or whatever, then go for it. But what I could tell you is this, no matter how you want to do it, car, tiny house, RV, big house, whatever, and it doesn't even matter if you want to live the nomad life. The simple life is not just defined by you have a house or you don't. The simple life is defined by you don't have too much stuff that clouds your purpose and your drive in life. Okay. But if you get into the simple life and you're not increasing your income, or if you don't have a certain level of income, you didn't beat the rat race. You're just now living at a campground and you're barely keeping up with your income because you're always going to have expenses. The whole point of getting out of the rat race is so that you can venture out more to your creative ventures. You don't have as much stress on you. And so, again, you can live life more fully. You're getting ahead. Look, we all share the same fate, guys. We're all going to die. So, it's not like any of us truly win as far as whether you die with $1 million in the bank or $1. That's the truth. I mean, I can't lie to you. Look, we're all going to die. Certainly, you want to die where you have resources, because you want to have a level of independence. But again, it's you don't win either by, living dirt cheap and not pushing yourself a little bit to maintain a certain level of income. You're not going to live a full life like that. So I'm bringing this up because I think a lot of people get the rat race and the simple life. I think they look at the rat race like just quit your job and live cheap. And I don't think that's wisdom. I think that's deception. I think you're going to end up feeling the same way you felt after 10 years working in a church. You're going to feel disillusioned because you're going to wake up and you're going to realize, at 70 years old, you want to be living in your RV because you want to, because you have more choices and you have an exit strategy. Okay. Now look, if you're destitute and you have no other choice, you can get the camping pass. You can tent camp. You can RV. You can get a cheap ass RV. I mean, you can do certain things. But I want to encourage you, if you have the ability to continue to increase your income or make income so you can keep getting ahead, you can live the simple life with very limited things and still live a very successful career, have a very successful career, go after your ventures. But whether you live the simple life or the rat race, don't keep people in your life that fight you. Because I'm not trying to fight Josh. I'm not trying to fight other people. Look, do you, okay? I'm sharing my life, guys. I'm not dictating your life, okay? But just like I told my father, if you don't accept me, guess what, guys? I'm not going to tolerate you in my life, okay? Just like I was telling Karen in the beginning of this live feed. I love and I respect Karen. But if Karen decided I'm not good for her mental health or someone else, I want her to put up boundaries because I love people enough to say, look, I was I was once very compassionate. I let people do whatever they want. You're not going to do whatever you want. Okay. You're not going to talk to me however you want. You're not going to leave whatever type of comment. Okay. Why? Because I am not living destitute where if I don't have you as a viewer, my life's over. I want you as a viewer, but I don't want to manipulate you and I don't want to manipulate myself. Okay. So what I could tell you is this. When you're not scared to work and when you're building your life and you're not just living cheap, okay, you don't have to take other people's shit. Hey, look, guys, when I had a house, okay, when I had to borrow money from my father to make payments, you think I could just tell him I don't want him in my life? When I cut him out of my life, he asked for the $5,000 back. I cut him a check and then cut him out of my life. Zachary, damn it, $1.69. Zachary, thank you for appreciating my words. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let money be a blessing and a gift, not a tool used as manipulation. I appreciate that gift. When there's an exchange of money, let it be a gift or let it be nothing at all. And when you live the simple life and you're willing to work or do whatever, then you don't have to be controlled by other people. And guys, that's the ultimate freedom. Ultimate freedom. Appreciate you, Zach. 169 usually helped me feel better. Well, I'm not mad at that 69. Shout out to you. Shout out to you and all the free porn sites. Love and respect to everyone who doesn't like porn, but I'm just sharing my experience. I love you. A shout out to a good romance novel or a good Lifetime movie. Guys, you need a little bit of passion, whether you fantasize about love or actual sex. Because look, there's something intriguing about, connection. Whether you're attracted to the same sex or different sex or whatever, Latino MILFs or Asian MILFs or Pakistani MILFs, whatever you like. Now, I don't want to be in a relationship. Okay. Why? Because it's too much work. It's not simple. There's no such thing as a simple relationship. Not once you cross the barrier, not once you cross the threshold between the panty line, and once you start to kiss intimately, and once you start to exchange intimate once you go past a certain level physically and you cross a whole nother level of a relationship that it's just hard to keep it simple because emotions are complicated. And I respect people, and I'm not saying that I've always been easy to deal with. There's been times where I got too emotional. So I'm not sitting here on a high horse. I'm just saying that's just what it is. When two people get intimately involved, it's a burden. It can be a blessing, but only for the first couple months. Then after that, it's a lot of work, guys. For me, my opinion only. I never want to steal your dream. If your dream is to have a loving family, damn it, DTN. Sam, happy birthday, stay blessed, glad to join. Well, brother, it was glad to see you, okay? DTN, it was glad to see your video today where you uploaded out of that video. DTN just got another account, okay? So he's living the simple life, but he's increasing his income, okay? He's working 2 jobs, and he's not stopping. He's been uploading videos for about a year straight, okay? At least, okay? And he's only got like 100 or so subscribers. Guys, if you're not subscribed to DTN, click on his channel and subscribe now. It's free. Come on. Why show him some love? Hardworking, positive person, money bag emoji. He got another account. He cleans windows on the side. He power washes houses, and he works at a hospital. This guy's positive, and he's got tenacity, okay? Because he's not getting a big reward from YouTube. I don't even know why he's doing it. That's why I gave him a thumbs up on his latest video. Because this guy's got what it takes. Got a positive attitude, and he's got tenacity. DTN, you're going to be a millionaire. One way or another, brother. One way or another. Whether a MILF gives you a settlement or you get a corporate account. And what I can tell you is Tomasco down payment on some tofu. Well, I'll be doing that. Stay healthy. Damn right. Plant-based diet. Thank you, Tomasco. Read the ingredients on the food label, guys. Don't have too much sugar. Last night, they almost got me backsliding. I was in an Acme looking at the store because the Starbucks was closed. Okay. So I was in the Acme supermarket and I was looking at like the pre-packaged Starbucks that they have in the supermarkets, like the pre-mocha drinks. And I looked back at that, drinking it at like 50 grams of sugar. Guys, the average male should have no more than 38 grams of sugar per day. That one drink had double the amount. Sugar will destroy your health, okay? And try to stay plant-based. And what I can tell you, Tomasco, that super chat and this hydration break is for our health. Because, guys, there's two things that'll help you live the simple, free life: your financial freedom and your health. Okay. How do you get out of the rat race? The rat race is you never get ahead. So, guys, there's some things outside of my control. I just found out through my friend today. Another person I knew coming up, he's got prostate cancer. Okay. Good guy, too. Healthy guy, tall guy. Some of you girls out there will fall in love because he's a tall guy with a nice ass. And some of you gay guys would like him, too. But the doctor says he's got 5 years to live. 50-something years old. Now, he may live another 15, but the doctor said you have prostate cancer, you got 5 years to live. Guys, if you have the time window in your life, I don't care if you're 70 or 40, if you have an opportunity to do something, and if you can do it responsibly, and if you have an exit strategy, strike while the iron's hot. Okay? Because even if you eat a plant-based diet, anything can happen to you. But you increase your chances of nothing happening to you the healthier you eat. So let's take a hydration break. Let's show some love and appreciation to Tomasco. DTN, I want you to subscribe to his channel and give his video a thumbs up. And my man Zachary, love and respect. Shout out to the 69 crew. Fire emoji, guys. We're coming in hot tonight. Click that thumbs up button, share the video. I'm going to go back to the top of the live feed and read all the live comments. That's my one and only beautiful Patreon I love to drive, getting her health together and living her best life, about to hit the road, doing you. My man Antonio from Long Island. Good to see you, brother. The beautiful Karen. Keep up the good work. I'm so thankful that, Karen, that you're still with me. Because sometimes, I understand, and I don't blame people. I say, well, maybe my words are too rough. Some people ain't going to like that, and I can understand it, and I don't want to make anyone stay. But that I deactivated my Facebook and my Instagram, I don't know, about a year ago, maybe, something like that. And I don't miss it. I do miss, though, a couple of good connections that I had. Karen was one of them. I miss looking at her live feed. She would always give positive posts, and I miss sharing some things. I like to share. I do. I have something inside me. I mean, I've always shared, even when it wasn't YouTube. But at a certain point, I get tired of giving people access to my life because it's a burden. It's a blessing where it gives me an outlet to share and I get some feedback, and a lot of it's positive. But also, I like my privacy, and it's a tough balance. And now I'm like a little YouTube famous. So now it's like a little bit hairy being in a public. I got to be like my man BVT. I got to keep my head on a swivel. So that's a dynamic that I haven't really fully come at peace with yet. But I say all that to say, Karen, I love you, and I appreciate your words of encouragement. And she goes, that Karen, you're doing you're in your best life. Shout out to your cats. And, I hope that you're going to have a great weekend. Maybe go out to eat with your friends or your daughter and your grandkids, or just do you. Just stay in your house and do you. Just try to get up, keep that blood flowing, drink more water, and take care of your garden and live your best life. You have a beautiful home. Shout out to Melbourne, Florida. I love that part of Florida. Coach Jack. Hey, Sam. Sorry I missed you last night. That's all right. There's no control here. You just keep doing you. But I'm back now. Oh, damn, it's good to have you back. You always have a great channel. I appreciate that positive comment. Just trying to live simple and appreciate. That's it, guys. Trying to beat the odds. 80% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 90% of people are unhappy emotionally, even if they're getting ahead financially. So to beat the rat race, to me, is getting ahead financially. It's being healthy and having healthy relationships and living life a little bit more on my terms, with not a lot of things to tie me down, not a lot of mental anxieties to worry about. The more things you have, the more things you worry about. And I go even so far now as sometimes I even think that way with pets and stuff. Now, again, maybe because it really destroyed me when I lost my dog and it was tough at the end. Maybe when I get older, I would have another pet. I'm not going to say totally no. But I just tell people, especially depending on where you're at in life, be conscious. Because pets are like children. They're a blessing. Look, children could be a blessing, but they're a lot of work. Okay, so just be mindful. Now, you may be elderly, and you may be at a certain season of your life where you have the capacity to take care of a pet or a grandkid. So you should do you. But I'm sharing as a middle-aged man who lost his dog and it broke his heart, that for me at this season of my life, the simple life means I want to have as little as attachments as possible. Like, having little attachments has allowed me to spend extra time with my mother, okay? Because if I had to take care of a dog and if I had other obligations, I couldn't spend as much time with my mom. And these are precious times because my mom's getting older. I understand it. And I understand what life is. So at this season, and I see in the foreseeable future, I want limited obligation, limited responsibility. I don't want to clean a toilet bowl, guys. I don't. And I'll tell you right now, if I get an RV with a toilet bowl, I'm putting a plastic bag in it, and I'm, close your ears for everyone who sends it. I'm going to take a dookie right now, plastic bag. And then I'm going to throw it out, and I'm still going to use my pee jug. Why? Because I just like not cleaning a toilet. I like not having to deal with hoses and tanks. I like the simple life, guys. And it's been a blessing to me. It's been freeing. I feel empowered. Okay, I feel excited. And I'm thankful, and I want to share that with you. Let's continue to read. Karen, keep preaching it. Thank you, Karen. Luke, the more I think about it, the simplistic life without above average income is the way to go, living simple, but yet comfortable. Yep. And having more disposable income. There you go. To have the freedom you deserve. That's it, guys. All of us, it's only by the grace of God. I can't say that any of us deserve anything. But I want you to be, and I want myself to be as empowered as possible. And I don't want you to allow negative people to make you feel guilty or to make you feel bad. I want you to go out there and live your best life. Now, if your best life is working at Walmart, then great. But guys, working at Walmart for $10 an hour for 40 hours a week, that's $1,600 a month pre-tax. If you did that and you did Uber and DoorDash on the weekends, you could get above the $2,000 a month mark. You could clean houses. Cleaning houses does not take a college degree. Uber doesn't work. So if you just worked a regular basic starting entry-level position, which pretty much all you have to do is pass a drug test, you can get above $2,000 a month. And for a single person, once you get above $2,000 per month, you start to get a little bit ahead if you keep your expenses low. But you have to have that income because you want to get ahead and you want to live life more on your terms. Good job. Luke, how you been, brother? Ups and downs, but I would say overall positive and overall forward and overall up. How you been? You guys know I will send you positive energy. I appreciate that. It's Q4. Shout out to all my realtors. Well, not realtors, people in the retail industry. Okay, that means selling goods, clothes, whatever. I have a friend who's very much into eBay as a side hustle. He has a main job with a corporation in healthcare, and his side hustle is eBay. And he has 2 properties that he rents out. He still does eBay. So guys, you can have a main job and you can do YouTube, you can do DoorDash, you can do eBay. You can have a main job and you can do other hustles, okay? Why? Because that's how you get ahead. But see now, well, he's got a lot of property though. But what I can tell you is this, okay? When you live this simple life, you can go after what inspires you, okay? Because when you're living in a rat race, you don't have any extra capacity. You don't have any extra time. You don't have any extra resources. You're just living just to get by. You're in a cycle. To break that cycle is a conscious decision, okay? To do things in order. And the order is first you begin to eliminate what is not serving your life. 80% of the clothes in people's closet are waste. DTN, I'm debt-free. Damn it, good job. Simple life is way less stressful. And that's why you can keep getting accounts. That's why you can keep exploring different business options. And that's why you have the mental capacity to keep uploading. Because when you're debt-free, okay, and when you're living the simple life, you can take more risk. And you have more time, you have more energy, and you can deal with more adversity. So all I can tell you, DTN, I'm your biggest fan. I think you're going to go very far. I'll never forget all the positive vibes you showed me. And brother, I love you, man. Okay, and if you never come back in this channel, you know what it is. Thumbs up to you. Okay, love and respect. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Positive vibes. Good job, Coach Jack. I love the G-string. Well, guys, there's nothing wrong with, look, I thank God that I had relationships. And I honor the relationships I had. I know a lot of good women. Not bad women, good women. But they're a lot of work. And some of them men. I could be a lot of work. People are hard. It's a lot of work to keep a relationship. So what I could tell you is this. Let's take a hydration break. You guys drink some more water with me. And someone, please, put the bikini emoji in the live feed. And also a pair of men's jeans, because I don't want to leave out all my women out there. Thank you, Earthheart. I appreciate that positive comment. Luke, For my vintage eBay store, you keep doing you. John Suttles, I hope you're still in here. Two things I want to share with you. Number one is you are a smart man when it comes to automated logic and your spreadsheets, and that never sell yourself short. You can go as high as you want, brother. Never sell yourself short. And number two is get your ass down to Stuart, Florida. Why? Because that's where you belong. I love you, man. Luke, it's very easy to get tired of the rat race. I agree with that. Dealing with the same routines, that's true. That's another part of the rat race. Good point. Seeing the same mentally things is the same generic songs, but I try to always find some optimistic, good job, to keep up the day. So seeing the same thing, the same stores, the same streets day in, day out could become very mentally taxing. Once in a while, you have to see new things, and that's the value of living simple, where you can travel more, or if you're going to live full-time on the road more. Just seeing a new city, seeing a new town, traveling to a new state, it's very enriching, very inspiring, okay, very creative. You get your creative juices flowing, okay? And, but until you can get there, one thing Luke has his foundation built on is a positive outlook. Now, he still goes through negative things in life. He had a bad relationship with his mother, but now Luke could easily come in here every night and say how bad life is, okay? Because I'm sure he's got some stuff he's dealing with, but he chooses as best he can to focus on the positive and to spread positivity. Will that come back to him? Yes. Guys, whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. So, Luke, some positive stuff's going to come back to you, man. Keep pushing forward. Luke, my mind's straight. I like your mindset, Luke. I think in the coming recession, everybody's talking about flexibility and ability to come and go as you want is the greatest asset. Excellent point. Now, guys, the recession may not come for another 100 years. May come tomorrow. Don't live in fear of the recession, but when times are good, that's when it's time to reposition. When times are good, that's when you prepare, not in fear, but I didn't do this just for that. But whether times are good or whether times are bad, flexibility is always an asset, okay? Whether times are good or times are bad, flexibility is always an asset. Because right now, stock market all-time high, real estate all-time high. Now look, there's a lot of people, 80% of society still living paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of people hurting out there. I see you and I understand it. So, but no matter what, you're never going to go wrong by having less to deal with. You're never going to go wrong by living a simpler life. Now, you'll go wrong with the simple life if you don't keep working or if you don't secure an income. And then if you think just cutting your expenses will solve your problem. But I just broke it down to you how you can make $2,000 a month as long as you have the ability to work a basic job, pass a drug test. And if you can't, then you got bigger problems than living the simple life. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But what I could tell you is this: flexibility is an asset. Like even in the good times, if someone right now offers you a job opportunity 5 hours away from your house, could you take it if you didn't have flexibility? No. Not without uprooting your life, which is going to take a couple years to sell your house, to buy a new house or do whatever. So if an opportunity comes and you're flexible, you can strike on that opportunity. If you haven't sold your house, and I'm not saying you should sell your house, I want to be clear. I'm just saying if you're not in a flexible state, I'm just using that as an example in my own life. If you're not in a flexible state and an opportunity comes and you're in a very rigid state, you still have a lot of stuff that you're obligated to, you can't move into that opportunity because you're rigid. When you're flexible, you can strike when the iron's hot, okay? And when you get an opportunity, it's not just an opportunity to keep up with your expenses. It's an opportunity to get ahead. Okay. Because the rat race is you get a better opportunity with your career or something like that, but then you buy a new RV or then you buy a new house. And I'm not saying you should never buy a new RV, new house, or new car. I'm just saying it has to be in proportion of where you're at income so that you can get ahead. And the simple life is enriching and empowering rather than just the alternative to being in a different type of rat race. Let's continue to read. Luke, that's why I'm looking into an RV tour with eBay reselling business. If you have, which in the technology era, we're no longer in the industrial era. The industrial era is where you work in a manufacturing plant for 30 years in the same town and you would retire with a pension. Even with the trade deal, they made like a small trade deal today with China. It was all about agriculture, which means farming, and big banks being able to have a being able to loan money in China. The trade deal today had nothing to do with manufacturing. It was all about farmers, agriculture, and most people who own farms and live on them full time, they don't employ a lot of people. And then if they employ people, it's immigrants. Not too many regular middle class people work on farms. Okay. So that doesn't help the masses. Okay. And the other part of the trade agreement today, phase one, okay, we took a smaller deal, not the big deal. The other part of phase one is banks. Banks are now allowed to get their foothold into the banking system in China. So guys, big banks just got stronger and farmers got bigger. But the regular, the GE plant, the GM plant, the Ford plant, manufacturing is not coming back to America. Guys, so in a technology era, no matter what the trade deals look like, your asset is your phone, your ability to move quickly, okay, and to be streamlined. Your phone is your biggest asset. If you take your phone away from your child, you do them a disservice. Because if your child can't upload their resume on their phone, if your child can't send an email on the phone, if they can't interface with technology, then they're going to be left behind in the digital world. Guys, you're all watching me right now on a corporation server, not on some farmer server. What you're watching right now is YouTube. It's owned by Google, one of the biggest corporations in the world. We're looking at each other through a phone or a laptop or Roku TV. This is all driven by corporations and technology, okay? Not by farmers, not by small businesses, okay? So guys, it is what it is, okay? And you like it. You like your free TV. I like my free YouTube. I don't know about you. Now, some of you guys pay the premium YouTube Red, but most of you guys watch YouTube for free like me, okay? And you skip the ad. Now, if you're going to skip the ad, at least buy something on Amazon using my link. But I appreciate the super chats too. But what I can tell you is this, your phone is the greatest asset. And for a lot of you people out there that are real into gaming, gaming is interfacing with technology. So if you're good at gaming, you should learn how to use that interface with technology to research jobs, to do job tasks, such as Uber, DoorDash, or whatever. Use it. Use technology interface. When I was playing games when I was young, it helped me have an interface with technology, and it helped me gravitate towards being better now with guys. In the previous generation, they put a big emphasis on your handwriting. There, you would spend years in English class learning how to cursive write. Guys, cursive writing has no use in society today. Everything is how fast you can type, okay? And so the interface with technology has outpaced the human handwriting. So back in the day, Moses was carving some stone on the side of a mountain, and the whole society said, look, this is what we got to do. Okay. So now you're not carving on the side of a stone. You're writing in cursive writing. You're putting an emoji of a bikini in a live feed. Why? Because guys, it's damn near 2020. Technology, flexibility, mobility, interfacing in a software level is the future. It's the now. Until everything blows up and you marry a robot. And guys, let me tell you something. Would I marry a robot? Maybe. If the government socialized robots and they changed the oil for me, because I don't want to change the oil myself. Let's take a hydration break. Jim says Google and Facebook blocked in China. The tech industry needs access to 1.3 billion consumers. You are right. There are a few farmers now. Companies like Chevron own huge farms. Yeah, I agree with your sentiment. Good comment. Yeah, so phase one, I want to acknowledge that, look, some progress, phase one trade deal, but the big kahuna, which will probably try to be in phase two, is Google, just technology companies and proprietary software being honored and things like that in China being a mutual reciprocal relationship. Like right now, they don't have access to those markets. But will China let that be? I don't know. But look, guys, who are we to tell the Chinese that they should allow the Hong Kong people to peacefully protest? Americans voted for Trump because they didn't want the NFL players to protest. So even though it's their constitutional right to protest, America said, we had enough of this crap. We don't want you disrespecting our flag. And they voted in Trump. That was a major thing. Don't forget it. So now we're going to tell a foreign country that they have to allow one of their capital cities to be overrun by protesters and bring down their sovereignty. We cannot tell them to do that when we tell our people to do the opposite. So we have to look at ourselves in the mirror before Google can get access into China. So there's still some more work that, America's got to look in their own mirror. Let's continue. Luke, give me celebration emoji. Zachary, hey, nomad, what's up? Thank you again, brother. Glad I caught you last time. I'm appreciative of you. Been trying to for a while. Well, I appreciate those positive vibes. 69 to you. Well, what's up, man? Shout out to Detroit. Afternoon, Sam. Good afternoon to you, brother. Winter is around the corner. Now, for me, I live in endless summer Florida. I'm only visiting my mom in New Jersey. So what I could tell you is this: I don't live anywhere where there's winter. Not anymore. I did for 37 years of my life, and I said I'm going to downsize my life. I'm going to live the simple life, and my home state will be Florida, and my winters will be 85 degrees and sunny. And in February, there may be a couple cool days, but a cool day in February in South Florida is 70 degrees. So what I could tell you is this, brother: I love you with all my heart. What I would tell you is this: never buy a jet ski if you live in Detroit. But what I could tell you is this, brother: if you bought a jet ski with 240 payments, I still believe that you're going to get ahead. Why? Because you're a positive person and you keep showing up. Continue to read. Luke, do you still enjoy living in your car? Yes, I do. I was a little bit frustrated this past summer with no air conditioning because I live a primitive life. And I was seriously considering an RV. And once I found the Thousand Trails camping pass, I was very close, and I still may eventually. But being that the Hurricane Dorian was supposed to hit hard, I said, let me take this opportunity to go see my mom. And so that's what I did. And so when I came back up north and I got the cooler temperatures, it kind of rejuvenated my juices that, Sam, I'm not a tree. I can move. Like in the hot summer, I can go up north. See, I was so scarred by not being able to leave New Jersey for so long that I was kind of like scared to leave Florida. But I was in Florida for a full consecutive year, and I'm going to go back very shortly. So now that I've experienced both, I'll travel a little bit more, and I'll utilize the Thousand Trails Camping Pass, which is all over the country. And maybe in the hot summer, I'll travel up north to avoid the hot weather. So the only negative for me at this point with car living is extreme weather, because I was willing to sacrifice winters in Florida because I had a burning goal to get down to Florida, and I achieved that goal. But then after burning in the summer heat in Florida, I said, well, I'm not going to kill myself, because living simple doesn't mean like you never have expenses or you never buy stuff. So you have to match it with quality of life too at some point. Maybe not in the beginning, but at some point. So bottom line is, either I'll eventually buy an RV with an air conditioner, or I'll just travel to a northern state in the summer. One or the other. I haven't decided yet. Let's continue. Physically, when you're laying down at night. Yeah, as far as my space, I'm very comfortable. I'm not lacking space. I don't want to cook in my car. I don't want to do anything. The only thing that I struggle with is extreme temperature. But right now, in the fall, up north in New Jersey, it's great camping weather. So I'm fully comfortable. I sleep like a baby. By the time I get down to Florida in November, it'll be decent sleeping weather at night, so I won't struggle there either with my fan. So I'm either going to travel like a snowbird a little bit, or I'm going to get an RV. But the square footage is not the reason. It's mainly just the temperature control, because climate control plays a part in your well-being and your health. And I think that's why I got a little bit sick the past couple of years, more than I normally did, because the extreme temperature, if you don't have climate control, it can affect you. And that's why I said if I was elderly, I would definitely look into an RV. Below my means, but I would look into one. Tomasco, more square footage equals easier target for the smart bomb. That's true too. Keep it small. I agree with that. I mean, the only reason I was really looking at RV because I found the shortest one in North America, which was a Corrado Axion, 18 foot long. And that's even, a little bit big, but it's basically like a van. But yeah, I mean, keep it as small as possible for your individual circumstance. That's the simple life. I agree with that. Luke, I really think the Corrado is nice. I think so too. And seems perfect mix. It's close, but I still lose too much fuel efficiency. And I don't like the drive completely yet. I have been looking not just at the Toyota Prius, but at the Kia Niro, which is an SUV that's a hybrid. And a lot of you viewers brought that up, and I was sleeping on that. So the Kia Niro, if I'm saying it right, gets 50 miles per gallon. It's a hybrid, and it's an SUV. And it's just as cheap as the Toyota Prius. So I may look at that as well. That's on my radar as well. And then he goes, the ability to get around tight spaces, but comfortable enough to chill in. Yes, if I get any RV as far as a Class B, I would get a Corrado Axion at this point. Tom, greetings from Moab. Shout out to you, man. Great day of mountain biking. That's awesome. I love the activity. doing what I love to do. I love that, brother. And doing it, living under my means. Damn it, Tom, you have broken the rat race. Somebody give me a rat emoji and then the Ghostbusters emoji. Because our brother Tom is living his best life. And that's what I want for everyone. So guys, click that thumbs up button. Put a rat with the Ghostbusters. Shout out to Venomatic. And Jim's still coming in hot. I'm going to read all the comments, guys. I'm feeling good tonight. It's Friday. Let's take a hydration break. I got a goal to get up to 50 likes tonight. I got 21 right now before I end the live feed. I'll get more during the replay, but I want to get up to 50 likes. That's a goal. Got to set a goal. Got to measure your goals. You may not always reach a goal, but you aim for the moon even if you miss your amongst the stars. You have to measure it. If you don't measure the amount of sugar you're going to put in your cookies, you're going to have too much sugar. If you don't measure the amount of salt you're going to put in your chicken noodle soup, you're going to have too much salt. How do I know? Because look, I grew up with people in my family obese. Anything in life you don't measure, you will always either overshoot or undershoot. I learned that too, working electrical trade. There's a lot of times I cut the wire too long or too short. So you don't have to be an anal freak where you always back into a parking space, but you have to somewhat measure your goal, somewhat put specific numbers. And that's what the simple life is. That's what having a budget is. That's what living below your means. If you don't know your budget, if you don't know you spend $2,200 a month in expenses after you add up everything, then you don't know what your income needs to be, or you don't know what you can cut out. You have to look at the actual numbers to measure it. Never forget it. Let's continue it. Zachary, you asked me about the 1,000 trails, 600 per year. I broke that down, guys. It's a great deal. If you want to join the 1,000 Trails camping membership, in the description of my videos, you can get $100 off if you sign up with that link. So it's only $500 a month. That's before you would add, if you add the 1,000, if you add the trails collection and different zones. Lila, in the future, living in Salati, Venice, Florida, my friends take care of me living expenses. Good job. Help medication. Okay. Take care of my seizures. Love to you. Cod oil helped me call back down. Damn it, Lila. We love you. Heart emoji. You keep living your best life, Lila. We love you. Thank you for sharing. The Big Easy. Just saying hi. Watching from, shout out to Joplin, Missouri. If I said that right. Sunglass face emoji back to you. I love that tag name, brother. I love the Big Easy. Nice tag name. Some people come in here and they got a tag name that's totally disgraceful. I said, it's only a matter of time before I block them. They got a tag name that's so nasty. I said, no, I'm going to block them. But when I see Big Easy, I say, you know what? You're going to be okay. Luke, I'm trying to decide which Class B RV I like better, the Winnebago or the Mercedes chassis, or the Corrado on Ford, or the Leisure Traveler RV, which is cool looking. Well, everyone's different. Yeah, just keep looking, see what you like best. Subject Zero, what's up, brother? I agree on the maximum simplicity choice of the car, SUV, or truck. Not into maintaining and cleaning a house. I'm with you. And entertaining guests. I'm with you on that. Now, your age and your health play a part in your ability to live in a good way in your car or van. Because if you're older, or if you have some health things, or if you're real big, you may want an RV. But, you can always just get a pickup truck and have a travel trailer, or, not travel as much and just, stay at a campground for a long period of time, or RV park. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Look, guys, what's the exit strategy? If you become totally destitute, you have a small little travel trailer and you live in an RV park. And if the RV park really gets bad, you can always go to another one. There's a lot of RV parks, especially in Florida, or in other southern states. So to me, I have an exit strategy if it gets really bad. So thumbs up to the RV life. Luke, I heard Dispo. I heard Desire. Luke, sorry, I'm getting a lot of typos. That's all right, brother. I heard diesel engine for a Class B RV is better. Is that true? No, in my opinion, no, because it's more maintenance to take care of a diesel. It may get better gas mileage, but to me, it's not worth the level of cost of maintenance on a diesel engine, and it's a higher cost of fuel. So you may get more fuel efficiency, but you pay with it at the pump, and you're going to have a higher cost of maintenance. So I'd rather just have regular gas. Luke, question mark, in my opinion. Luke, with the 1,000 trails pass, or are you going to have a hard time getting spots in Peak in Florida? I'll tell you, I don't know. Probably I'm going to have a little bit of a trouble. So if you upgrade your 1,000 trails pass, you can reserve earlier. Like right now, I can only reserve up to 60 days. So I think with the upgraded version, I can reserve up to 90 or 120 days. But I still think between, I know the campgrounds that aren't Thousand Trails, between using Thousand Trails and maybe even after I have to pay for a couple campgrounds for a couple of weeks, and there's some free campgrounds in Florida that I already went to last year. I think if I use those resources and diversify and supplement one another, even if I pay, it's going to be at a below average price, and it's still going to be worth it because it's another resource in my toolbox of resources. And so I'm still going to keep my cost low. And because look, they don't have that many parks in South Florida, so there may be sometimes I'm willing to pay. So I think overall it's going to be better than last year because I did all of last year and I went to different campgrounds and I paid for all of them. And sometimes I just did free boondocking. So either way, it's going to be a step up. So that's positive. Lila, simple life is helping friends. Now I do agree with that. There is a level of giving back in whatever way you deem. And prayer for my friend. I believe in prayers. I believe in faith. I believe in God. Guys, look, I'm not a religious nut and I respect all my atheists. But for me, I believe that a level of spirituality, a level of good faith is wisdom, and it's going to help you in your life. It's going to give you an edge. Doesn't make you better than anyone, and it can make you a religious nut if you're not careful. But I believe good, wholesome faith that just enriches your life and encourages you to go out there and live your best life. Good faith is a blessing and it's an asset. Just like flexibility is an asset, good faith is an asset. Now, religious dogma is a liability. Religious dogma is a liability. But good faith that pushes you forward, like Martin Luther King said, faith is taking the first step without seeing the entire staircase. And now faith without works is dead. So if you don't put in the work and you just have faith, you're not going to do anything. But if you have the right combination, if you have those two resources, you're going to go forward. Good job. Zachary, thank you again, brother. Zachary, 169. Yeah, I like it. They all pink in the inside, guys. I love everyone, man. Lila, dating porn star extreme. Well, I'm not dating anyone. I'm just masturbating to porn stars. I'm not dating them. I love you. DTN, say, man, I love you, brother. I appreciate you, man. You know I'm a big fan. We talked about that, guys. Click on my man DTN. Let's get a subscriber count up tonight. Tomasco, you know I got love, brother. We're going to stay healthy, man. Plant-based diet. Try to eat more plants and less meat. I'm not saying you can have no meat, but eat less meat, more plants. Eat less white bread, more whole grain bread. Eat less sugary stuff and more whole fruits. You can get some sugar out of the whole fruits. At least you get fiber. Big Easy gave DTN some love. I like it. Zachary, no soy, fellas. I do like some soy milk from Starbucks. I'm not going to lie, but I can understand. Eat wheat. Yeah, you're right. Soy milk is one of the more unhealthier plant-based milks, but still, it's still good. I like the Starbucks. I got to have a little treat, but I hear your point. Luciano, man, shout out to Arizona. Okay, Nomadic Fanatic just did a video and met some big chick. Nomadic Fanatic likes the big girls. So all you big girls out there, don't be mad because Nomadic Fanatic's out there. Now, do I like the big girls? I Google chubby porn sometimes. I got a wide ass. So what I could tell you is this. Let's take a hydration break. If you're a big girl, I want you to put 2 girls in emoji. If you're a big guy, put 3 guys in the emoji field. And if we're going to reach my goal of 50 thumbs up in this live feed, click that thumbs up if you didn't. Or let's go from there. All right, guys. Karen. Oh, no, I missed Luciano. Luciano, spreading positive energy. I like it. I just listened to Nas. Tom, my brother Tom's in. Liz is in here. Damn it, Liz didn't give up on me. And my brother Tom's out there camping for free in 1,000 trails. Damn it. What I could tell you is this. Okay? I just listened to Nas. No Bad Energy, Lost Tapes Volume 2. And my man Luciano, swinging those hammers every day consistently, said spreading positive energy. Handing out the hammers to keep showing up and keep pushing forward. And what I could tell you is celebration emoji to that, brother. Thank you for that reminder. Love to you. And damn it, Liz, I love you. I love you. I know you're conservative. I love you all my heart. I want to give you a hug right now. And I want to know how you're doing. I can't skip though because she goes, I got to read Liz. Liz says, my animal has special needs. All right, love and respect. I need oversight of sleeping. I can understand that. Feeding, that's why you need an RV. Washing and toileting. It seems risky to rely on public facilities. It is. It is risky. And that's why, primitive life is not for everyone. That's true. With unknown primates around. That's a good point. Love Corrado. I love it too. Not Daily Driver. All good points. Liz, heart emoji to you. You keep pushing forward. I love you. Never forget it. Tom finally got power back in Carolina. 3 days out. I didn't know that. Got Tom, all I can tell you is I keep falling in love with this Thousand Trails Pass more and more every day. I really do. Love to you, brother. Karen, let's back to the live feed in order. Karen, heart emoji to you. Heart emoji right back to you and all your furry friends. She's got a couple of pets that I love. Karen, Cameron. What's up, brother? Cameron, good to have you back, man. Shout out to my man Benjamin. My favorite quote, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Well, I like that aggression. I don't like aggression where you steal someone else's blessing, but I like assertiveness. I like the fact that if you don't speak up, no one's going to hear you. If you don't go after something, no one's going to give it to you. You have to aggressively, not oppressively, not where you take someone else's stuff, but you have to aggressively seek your own lane, seek your own best life. It's not going to just come to you. You got to reach out a little bit for it, okay? And so you're going to fail. It's going to suck. Believe me, I want us all to win all the time. But I just want you to keep showing up. Like my man Luciano said, hammer away daily. Yes, guys, we're feeling it tonight. DTM, man, all I tell you is this, debt-free is wisdom. Now, if you got to get debt, get a Corrado action. But debt-free is wisdom, and the simple life is how you get ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Thank you again, brother. Earheart, Compass. You're on fire. Damn it. Fire emoji. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. The Jeep Compass was one of my favorite cars to drive, truth be told. Benjamin, $2 super chat. Well, brother, shout out to you and a good-looking emoji. What I can tell you, Benjamin Costello, love to you, brother, and appreciation right back. Okay? Thank you very much. You keep going out there in Bakersville, California. Guys, Liz 299. California's on check-in. We got our brother Benjamin from Bakersville, California, and Liz, who recently moved to San Francisco, California. And what I can tell you is this, guys, if Florida goes down into the Atlantic Ocean, I am jumping in my Jeep Compass. I'm hitting the start button, and I'm going west. Where am I going? I'm going to California. Why? Because next to Florida, it has the best climate all year round that you can ask for. And what I could tell you is this, Benjamin and Liz, when I get to California, I'll give you a beep. And I'll give you the peace emoji. Because I appreciate both of you. And I love the fact that both of you are living your best life. And I appreciate you coming to the live feed, showing me some love. So let's take a hydration break to California. Love and respect. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that, man. Zachary, living 9-year career this coming February. Good job. Keep building your career. For a traveling job. Yep. See, I had a local stationary job. But when you liquidate and you downsize first, you are positioned so when the opportunity, when the job posting comes up, you can strike. See, right now, if a job posting comes up in your company, but you have a house or you have an apartment, and I'm not saying you should sell those things, but I did. So if you're liquid and you're ready to move, if they say, look, we got this job opportunity in California, but you'd have to take it in the next 30 days. If you're already positioned to take it, you can strike when the iron's hot. Because the rat race is you get a promotion, but then you upgrade your house, then you upgrade your car. And so even though you're making more money, you're making more expenses. The simple life is that you cut your expenses, but you keep making money because that's how you get ahead. Okay. Tom's over there making auto repairs. He's not just living in the Thousand Trails campground and masturbating all day. So guys, you got to have that income. Because you want to get ahead. You want to get out of the rat race. You want to live the simple life, but you also want to live your best life. You want to live up to your potential. So what I can tell you is this, man. Keep pushing forward. Zachary says, yeah, and if you hate your job, when you simplify your life, you can venture out and take another job. Because changing jobs is very risky. It is. And it's scary. I was very scared different times in my career where I changed my job. Very scared. I'm not going to lie. Like a baby. But when you minimize and mitigate your liabilities, what you're obligated to, and you simplify your life, you could take more risk. You can change jobs. Maybe you'll even make a little bit less. But if you do something you love and you work with better people, that's a thumbs up. As long as it's still below your means and you're making more income. So what I can tell you is this, man. I understand. Shout out to you, Tom. I'm going to get to you guys. Love to you, brother. Tom. Also from Tucson, Arizona. Shout out to you, man. Let's continue. He goes, Zachary says, because he's traveling job, because he hates his current job. Fam giving me camper to renovate to live in. Well, damn it, I like that. I don't have the money to pay for a professional restorer. I can understand. To do the work. Leaky roof, that sucks. And it has some mold, that sucks. Try to find cheap spots to stay where the work is. Well, keep pushing forward. You'll figure it out, Zachary. $75 per diem per day. That's great. And that's what you need, guys. See, a lot of you guys think that, when I say you have to make, $2,000 a month, you think that's a lot. And it is. But guys, look, if you work at Walmart again for $10 an hour, 40 hours a week, that's $1,600 a month. You do a couple Ubers, DoorDash at the end of the weekend. On the weekend, you make over $2,000 a month. But guys, $100 a day per month is $3,000 per week. So let's just say you spend half of that. I think the average person spends $50 a day. If they averaged out all the food, all the insurance, all the gas, all the entertainment, all the Black and Milds, all the strip clubs, if you average out everything you spend all month, you probably spend $50 a day. And guys, that's $1,500 a month. So when you get a per diem, meaning the company gives you a certain amount of money per day, $75 per day, you can get ahead. You have to break down your budget. You don't live the simple life if you don't know your budget. You have to know how much your expenses are each month. Because if your expenses are $1,500 a month, you want to make $2,000. You want to have a $500 a month surplus. You can put into savings, you can put into retirement. And the more the better. The more surplus, the better. Okay, that's how you get ahead. Even if you live the simple life, you still want to have a surplus, more income than expenses. And then you put that surplus into retirement, into savings, and a little bit into the strip club. I'm not mad at you. Zachary, yes, $75 a day. I like it. Heart Compass. Frugality, work hard, and courage. Damn it, good comment. 100 emoji back to you. It's 1985 Ford EcoVan. Well, Zachary, to me, that sounds too old. But if it's your first step, I'm not mad at you. Just be careful because that sounds like a little bit of a liability, okay? So you'd be better off, in my opinion, if you could, to what Tom always recommended me do, and I looked into it. In Florida, and they have them throughout the country, you can order it and get it delivered. They have what they call one of the cheapest travel trailers they sell. They're the Runaway Camper. They start at about $4,000, okay? And they also have a stand-up one. I think it's around $7,000 or $8,000. So if you finance that for 10 years, like $100 and some a month. I would rather finance a brand new one and finance a cheap pickup. And even if your expenses are $300 a month for both of them, included, $150 for the car, $150 for the travel trailer, it's better to have a new reliable vehicle than to have an old liability. In my opinion, it's better to have one reliable vehicle than one old paid off liability. Because if you can't consistently get to work, if you don't have reliable transportation, you're going to hurt your money bag. Because all it takes is a couple times where you say, oh, I can't make it to work today. My Ford 1985 broke down at the campground. You can't do DoorDash with 1985 Ford EcoVan, okay? So you limit your options when you have an old vehicle like that. Damn it, DTN. Sam, one day I'll sleep in my truck and try the experience. Well, DTN, you're a winner. You got the mindset. Now, whether you like that or not, whether you live in a truck or whether you live in a mansion, because I think you're going to go far in life, you have the right mindset. Positivity plus hard work ethic equals success. And that's what you have. You have a positive mindset. You have work ethic. And, bottom line is that equals success. Okay. So DTN knows, look, if DTN had an unreliable vehicle, there's no way he can get to his job at the hospital and do window washing. Like once he makes an appointment with his new customer, the biggest thing a customer measures is if you show up consistently and on time. When I was an electrical contractor, I had a Ford E250 van. It was a new one. I had to finance it, and I got screwed because I had horrible credit. You know how much the car dealership charged me in interest for that Ford van? 22% interest, okay? Did I take it? I took it right in the ass. Why? Because I had no other choices, and I didn't want to buy an old, unreliable truck. I'm not saying that's the best decision, but I'm saying especially as a business owner, and especially as someone who's going to live in your vehicle, you have to have reliable transportation. Reliable transportation is an asset, and if you use it as a business, whether it's to clean windows, DoorDash, or contracting work or paint houses or clean houses. Guys, if you were someone who wanted to just clean houses, you can live in your van and keep cleaning products in there. Okay? You can make $50 a house to clean or $100 a house. Guys, you don't have to be a college graduate to make money. You just have to be a go-getter. But you have to have a reliable form of transportation. Because if you don't have a reliable transportation, then that's going to be a liability, not an asset. So everyone has their own unique circumstance. So I support anyone who's positive and is trying. Zachary, you're a positive person, you're trying. I'm just sharing some insights. I love you. Chocolate Chip Mint. Damn it, Chocolate Chip Mint. You've become a YouTube sensation. The downside is eventually you're going to get some trolls and they're going to hurt your mental health. Okay? So all I can tell you is Chocolate Chip Mint, you're going to go viral. You're going to become a star. But then you're also going to get trolls. All the jealous people, all the people you blocked, and all the people that blocked you, now they're going to come on your channel to give you crap. So all I can tell you is Chocolate Chip Mint, never let anyone steal your joy. Never let anyone make you feel insecure, because your paintings are beautiful. You are beautiful. And anyone who gives you shit, you block them. Okay? Why? Because part of being a YouTube star is you open yourself up to criticism. But what I could tell you is this. Never let anyone mess up your money bag emoji. So Chocolate Chip Mint, I gave you the thumbs up. And I gave you the subscribe. And what I could tell you is this. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Keep showing up. Last night, I felt like shutting down my YouTube channel, guys. Okay, that's the truth. And what I thought about was, I remember I met a girl, and she had like 10,000 subscribers on Instagram. And I think she was using it for to sell stuff. But she had got disgusted with it, and she shut it down. And then I met her years later, and she goes, I can't believe I shut down an Instagram account that had 10,000 subscribers. She goes, I can never get back up to it. It'd take too long. So if you have to, take a break. And I'm not saying you should never deactivate social media, especially if it's not compensating you. But if you build something up, just be mindful before you tear it down. All right, let's take a hydration break. Guys, we're almost at my goal of 50 thumbs up on this live feed before I end it. So if you haven't already, click that thumbs up button, and I appreciate all the love on Super Chat, guys. Let's take a hydration break. It's Friday night. I'm living a simple life, and I feel good. Okay, and I'm thankful, and I appreciate you guys, man. Let's continue to read these live comments. Ert Hart. Spend less than you make. Thumbs up. Increase assets. Earth Heart, you nailed it. Good job, Earth Heart. Yes, everything is digital now. You're getting it. Your phone is Office. Damn it. Earth Heart, man. You're hitting them hard. Computer programming. Earth Heart, man. You're nailing it tonight, man. Jim, what's up, brother? Yeah, we read that, man. Great comment. Yeah, we talked about all that. Your great insight, great comment, Jim. Great to have you here, brother. I agree with your philosophy on that. Good point. Lila, I'll do a Christmas light show, extreme displays, new blow, mold candy, cane. So been doing the light display for 15 years. I'm very proud of you. Box control, Wi-Fi plus home network. Damn it, Lila, you're putting it all together. I got love for you. My man, Jim, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's correct. Your comments on Hong Kong. Yep. This is for those who don't know, me and Jim were talking about a little bit the trade issues. He brought up a great comment, so we were just going back and forth on it. So thank you, Jim, for that. Thank you for your comments, man. Thumbs up to you, brother. Appreciation to you. Thank you for coming in. Lila, there are more buy lows. Okay. $150 show, box controller, Christmas light show. Well, Lila, I saw some Christmas lights tonight for the first time this year, and Christmas lights inspire me. Now, they inspire me more in Florida when I see Christmas lights on palm trees and on boats. But what I could tell you is there's something magical about them. I really do like them. And so love to you. Jim, Prius has electric climate control. I like that. That is a thumbs up to that. Uses half a gallon per night. Damn it. With AC on all night. Jim from Pensacola, Florida. My fellow Floridian. Jim, shout out to you, brother. You're right, man. And that's why I look at the Toyota Prius hard. And that's why I'm also looking at the Kia Niro. But I think you're right. The Prius has an edge with the climate control aspect. That's a good point, brother. Earnhardt. Yes, mobility. Damn it, you're a smart guy, man. Good comments. Danny, what's up, brother? What's up, Sam? Good to see you, man. Good to see positive people. Gilbert. Shout out to Queens, brother. Love you, man. Confidence to you. What's the temperature where you're at, Sammy? Getting cold in Queens. Temperature right now in New Jersey, I would say it's probably around 60 degrees now. Today's about 72 degrees. So it'll probably be low 60s, high 50s tonight, which is great camping weather because it's good to be a little cool at night to put the blankets on. During the day, it's not as hot as sunny as I like it, but I'll probably only be up here for a couple more weeks. But that's what it is, brother. Love to you. I appreciate you coming in, man. I got love for you. Vanomatic, South Tallahassee. Sam, buy you a small runaway tree. That's what Tom recommends. Built in Ocala. I looked at them. There was actually a used one in Tampa Bay that they were selling for $3,000. I almost bought that. I'm just not there yet. The only thing I gain is the air conditioning, but I don't want to pull something. But if I do buy something, that's a huge option because I can pull that with the Jeep Renegade. It's very light, very cheap, low risk, high reward, and I get the air conditioning. So that is one of my options. Tom recommended that. He did a great job, Tom, Auto Repair. And I am definitely keeping that in the back of my mind. And when I go back down to Florida in a couple weeks, I'm probably going to stop and look at them more seriously. So good comment, Vanomatic. Shout out to my fellow Floridians on a live check-in. Jim. RAV4 has a hybrid. That's true. It doesn't have climate control too. Good point, Jim. Danny, rat emoji. Yeah! Zachary gave me the one rat, gray, one white, one gray, one. Good job, Zachary. Good job, Danny. Vanomatic, thumbs up, guys. We are almost at the 50 thumbs up goal. I have a specific goal. I measured it during the live feed. Also, if you watch this during the replay, hit the thumbs up. But I would love to, during the live feed, hit a 50 thumbs up on the live feed. Let's see if we make it. Lila. Weather going change. I can't wait. Yeah, cool temperatures at night are nice. To get down low 30. Well, that's low. For a high temperature of 55. Well, if you're in North Florida, then the temperatures can get that low like around January or February. South Florida, they don't get that low. South Florida in the dead of the winter, they may get to the 40s or 50s for a few days or so. But normally it's 50s and 60s at night, lowest. But north, it can get all the way down to 30s some nights in the dead of the winter. But during the day, again, it's 50 or no, it's more like 60s. So that's true. South Florida, it's like 80s in the height of the day. There's a high and a low. In South Florida in the winter, the high is like 85. The low is, it could go all the way down to maybe 50. North Florida, the high, maybe around high 70s, and then a low get down maybe to low 50s or something like that. Jim, 58 and loving Prius. Being a money bag, if weather is bad, I can use some of the savings on Airbnb. Jim, exactly. You got to have an exit strategy. Your exit strategy is Airbnb is a way with no long-term commitment. There's short-term leases or long-term leases. You can use your phone and, you can just rent an apartment if you want to do that. If you want to take a break, and you have a lot of flexibility, you can do it for a couple nights or a month. But with 1,000 trails, whether you're a tent camper living out of your car or you have an RV, guys, 1,000 trails, they have full bathrooms, they have full showers in most of them. And especially a lot of you psychopaths that may have bad credit and bad background, you don't have to worry about a background check or a credit score report. So I should do a video about that. Now, I don't have any issue with that, with a background check or credit score, but I think it's a good point. Because at one time I had horrible credit. Never had an issue with my background check. But for people out there that are in a certain circumstance, if you couldn't get a lease because you had bad credit and you had an issue on your background check, 1,000 Trails, you don't have either one of those problems. Because they don't run a credit check unless you're going to finance it. But I paid cash up front. I mean, it all depends. I don't know how they work the payments out, but you can put it on a credit card. But with a campground, 1,000 Trails Pass, there's no credit check and there's no background check. Now, for some people, that may be a good option. So something to think. Now, you have to think about that too if you're living there where other people could be there, but you're not committed. If the campground is bad, you can always get up and leave. And I like that non-committed. Danny, smash that thumbs up button. Thank you. Earnhardt. Something is beating our heart. That is proof. I like it, brother. I like your comments. Vanomatic, the Toyota Prius would best in Florida weather to be a nomad. Florida, look, the Toyota Prius is one of the top contenders. Now, I think your car would still, the only problem with that is, where are you going to park? Because if you park at a campground, even if you're at the 1,000 Trails, if your car is starting every 20 minutes in the campground, that may become an issue. Depending how close the other campsites are to you. Because there's such thing as a quiet hours. quiet hours are usually 10 at night or 11 at night till about 7 in the morning. So in those times, you're not really supposed to run generators or run anything. So if your Toyota Prius is starting every 20 minutes, and if you have a close person next to you in a campsite, that may become a contentious issue, and you may not be able to use the full asset of the Toyota Prius. So you can stealth camp, but that's also going to blow your stealth. So you'd have to kind of be in an area where your car could start that much. Liz again, she says, yeah, she has an animal with her special needs, and that's why she has an RV. She needs oversight sleeping. This was a great comment. She has a pet. We read it already, but it's something I want to talk about. She has a pet. And she's basically saying if she uses public resources, a gym, and other things like that, it's more of a risk, and it is. More of a liability, more people you got to deal with. And so being self-contained, like Tom likes, because Tom doesn't like germs, and I don't blame him. When you're self-contained and your RV has everything, a bathroom, a shower, and you don't need to leave the RV if you don't want to, there's less risk, there's less liability. I mean, there's more maintenance. It's a trade-off, but it's still the simple life if it's below your means. So I could totally understand that, and the Corollado's a great, great choice. Tom's Mobile Auto Repair. Finally got power back on. Yeah, we read that too. After 3 days out. I didn't know California had a power outage. I didn't know. Well, maybe I did see that on, I didn't read the article though. But I'm glad you got it back, brother. So what, you lost power at the Thousand Trails Campground? Benjamin, thank you again, brother. Shout out to Bakersville. You and Liz out there in California blessed me with the super chat, and I appreciate that. Thank you both. Chocolate Shipment, I think about you often. Heart emoji and love emoji to you. Tom, good to see you. I love you, man. Still in Jersey. I appreciate you supporting me. I appreciate all the comments of insight and wisdom. And I appreciate that after 5 minutes, this message will self-destruct. I love it. Jim, ultimate minimalist, freedom fighter, friend who tent camps off his, I guess that's a Harley. Yeah, I can understand that. Look, guys, live in your car or drive a motorcycle. You can be a tent camper. That's true. Lila, I-4 Trails, Birmingham, Alabama, RV park, motorhome, 50 amp hookup. Good job, Lila. Tom, what's up, brother? My brother filled a 10,000-pound cargo trailer and drove himself from Buffalo, New York, shout out to Kristen, to Tuscan. Oh, shout out to Arizona, Luciana. Slept in a truck all week. Tom goes, relocated to Tuscan. I love Arizona, guys. If it had an ocean, I would think about it with barely a plan. Look, there's exceptions to the rule. Now, I do preach, plan, prepare, and then execute. But certainly there's exceptions, and if you're destitute or if you want to just take a big risk, hey, look, everyone, there's different outcomes for everyone. But the bottom line is I'm glad that you went after your best life, or your friend did, and etc. And going after your best life is wisdom. Try to plan as much as you can and prepare and do research. But once in a while, you just go for it. I agree with that. Chocolate Chip Mint, thank you for the love. I love you. I've been doing the best I can, Chocolate Chip Mint. I see you out there shining, and I want to keep you shining. Keep shining. D10. Yeah, you're going to try a truck experience. Well, like I say, if you're going to clean windows, I would live out of a van or a truck with a truck camper and keep all your materials back there. Because if I was still an electrical contractor, I would just have a van with all my tools in the back, or even a Corrado, same thing. I would keep my tools there, and I would have a magnet sign. And when I'm doing work, I would put the magnet sign on the car or the van. And then when I'm off work, I'll take that thing off. So if you wanted to clean houses, guess what? Have a magnet on the side of your van that says I clean houses during the day. And when you go to the campsite, you take that magnet off and you go to sleep in your van. So if you are a contractor, a cleaning person, window person, if you have a van, you can keep all your tools that are all tax deductible, because that's your business, or your cleaning products, all tax deductible. You can keep all of them in your van, and during the day, make that money bag emoji. Why? Because you're an entrepreneur, okay? And and keep it as fuel efficient as possible, because you can clean houses, do windows, and if you're in a Ford Transit Connect like my girl Sarah, I still masturbate to, you can still do DoorDash. If you're getting over 20 miles per hour, you can still do DoorDash. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Let's take a hydration break. Click that thumbs up button, because we're almost at our goal of 50 thumbs up during the live feed. And if you watch during the replay, click that thumbs up, even if I'm past 50. All right, love and respect. Let's continue. $1 million per month house. Oh, I also want to give you guys a pro tip. DoorDash or Uber, use the Stride tax app. That's STRIDE tax app that will track your mileage, and you can also track your different expenses. And all that information is saved in the cloud, which means on a server somewhere. And at the end of the year, you can freely click send me a report. They'll send you a PDF and an Excel file report to your email. All you need is an email account to sign up. And it's one app. It's one app that you can use to track your expenses. And as an entrepreneur, whether you clean businesses, DoorDash, or clean houses, you want to track your expenses, okay? And if you don't track as you go, then you won't remember everything at the end of the year, and then you're going to miss out. So guys, track your expenses. Lila, $1 million per month house, $65,000 a week. It doesn't matter what a life Spencer's good stuff. I love you. Good job, Lila. Chocolate Chip Mint's laughing. Good job. Chocolate Chip Mint, shout out to DTN. Chocolate Chip Mint, I miss you. I'm doing good, and I hope you're doing good. Tom, moved to a different area. Okay. Living at shop in a fenced yard. Okay. You got flexibility, guys. Flexibility. Not just lower expenses, but the flexibility to change locations, to change jobs, to change without a lot of stress is part of the simple life. Utilize your flexibility. Good job. And he goes, move to a fence yard in the mountains. I'm not mad at you. And you can move tomorrow if you don't like that. Nice shop, good money, no rent. Tom, you got the flexibility, brother. You're living this nomad life since 1985. So just keep doing you. Hold on one second. We got someone, they thought it was Halloween early. It's not Halloween here. Let's continue to read. Let's stay positive. Keep staying positive. Zachary, thank you, Nomad. I got love for you, brother. Was back and forth on renovating or trying to finance something new. I'm not a proponent of debt, but sometimes it's necessary if it's going to serve as an asset. And a reliable vehicle, not highly above your means, not deeply in debt, but a reliable vehicle at the lowest expense level possible is worth it. So just remember that. You said it's called a runaway camper. Yep, I should look into it. Yes, runaway camper. Their headquarters is in Florida. They also have other divisions in Pennsylvania and different areas, but they will ship to anywhere. Now, they have them at under 1,000 pounds for the smallest unit. The smallest unit you can't stand up in. It's just like a small little teardrop. They do have a unit you can stand up in for like 7,000. So, to pull 1,000 pounds, any small SUV will do it. So, look into it. Runaway camper, headquarters in Florida. Like my man Tallahassee said, Ocala, Florida, Ocala, Florida, something like that. Let me take a nose blow break. I'll blow my nose. So what I could tell you is this, guys. Let's continue to read. Zachary, maybe video your top 10 campers, band recommendations, good point, for us to look at some good starting points. Just a suggestion. No, I will. Guys, on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist of just RVs. If you go to my YouTube channel homepage and then you click the playlist tab, one of the playlists, it says RVs. There's a video in there, some of the small teardrops for a couple $1,000 all the way up to the big RVs. Look at that playlist, and I've done probably over 20 different RVs. So take a look at that. And I put the price of the RV and how much the payments will be in just about every video. See, a lot of those videos, they just show you the RV. They don't show you the price and the payment breakdown. I break that down for you guys. A lot of them. I've been doing Christmas light show for 15 years. Good job. 2019. People see it, so experienced. I love Christmas lights. Extreme displays, 6,000 lights. So stuff, new blow, mold candy, cane, with simple life. Damn it, Lila. Fire emoji and sun emoji back to you. Good job. Di's Frugal Life. Hey, Di. Good to see you. Love those runaways. Yeah, they're good. But I'm with you about not wanting to pull some. Shout out to you. But that or the Casita are my top picks. I'm not mad at you. Good to see you. I love your profile picture. But I have a Prius. Well, that's one of the best vehicles out there. So I will enjoy that for now. You're a tent camper. And what I can tell you is you have one of the most efficient vehicles with a lot of flexibility. You can DoorDash, you can Uber, you can travel with great fuel efficiency, with a level of climate control. And what I can tell you is this: enjoy that vehicle. Very reliable and efficient vehicle. Thumbs up to you and heart emoji. Chocolate Chip Mint, hello, Big Easy. Zachary, thumbs up for you, my friend. Love to you, brother. Love to you. Gilbert, Sammy, I'm looking to head to Florida in about 3 or 4 weeks. Well, I may see you down there. Getting rid of baggage, and then I plan to leave. Gilbert, I love you, brother. Great to have you back, man. Lila, light up the shoe and charge USB port and buy online. Well, hey, if you're going to buy online, buy on Amazon and use my link. Thank you. Jesse, respect, right back to you. You could make one hell of a motivational speaker. Well, thank you for the positive comment. Guys, I used to be a youth leader. I used to have my own nonprofit where I helped the destitute, and I had a radio show. So, guys, I not only had electrical contracting business, I had a nonprofit organization. Okay, I spent 10 years in church. I did youth ministry. I did programs for at-risk youth. So, guys, I built my career, and I also gave back, and I also enriched my own life in knowledge and in love. So, I'm not just some guy that gave up on life and just started living in his car. I'm saying all that to say the simple life doesn't mean you don't go out there and try different things and live a full life, okay? So go out there, start a nonprofit organization, start a contracting business. Does that mean it's going to end like that? No. But what it means is don't let someone else who gives you a thumbs down, who wants to make you feel like you're not, they don't determine your worth. And you keep uploading a video every day and you say, you know what, you can't keep up with me. And you know what, I don't care what you think. One of the best ways to live the simple life is say, I don't give a fuck what you think. And I never will, no matter how many thumbs down I get. So let me tell you something. You can go bring that to your mother that you curse out. Okay. Never gonna care what you think. Never did, never will. Okay. And never forget it. All right, let's continue to read. Lila, eat ice cream chocolate. Oh yeah. Jesse, you've lived a lot of life. I have, and I'm very thankful. You are helping many men with passing on your wisdom and experience. Damn it, Jesse, thank you. That's a positive way to end. And guys, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the positivity. Thank you for the positive comments. Thank you for the love on the super chat. Thank you for clicking that thumbs up. We didn't reach the goal. I wanted to reach 50 thumbs up in a live feed, but I made it higher than average. I made 41 thumbs up. Thank you. And you have a goal. Even if you miss, you're amongst the stars. Always measure it, okay? You're not going to reach a lot of the goals, but you're going to get further in life when you have a goal, when you're measuring it. Because if I didn't count that, I wouldn't be as high. And that applies to everything you do in life. You push forward, you live a positive life, do the best you can. We need the grace of God. None of us are perfect. And you let no one else define you, okay? Because even if they knew you 10 years ago, they don't know you now. Okay. Even if they knew you 10 years ago, they don't know you now. Okay. You live your own life, guys. Okay. You keep pushing forward. Peace and love.